Good boss of YouTube, how's it going everybody? Hopefully y'all are having a good Tuesday today. Have for y'all a very good, fun, close UU Wi-Fi battle I had against Sorcerer Malg. I apologize if I butchered your name, my dude, but met him on my server, and yeah, like I said, this turned out to be a pretty good battle. So if you guys are excited, make sure to hammer that like button down below. I'm trying this pretty fun team I got off of Harris's server that was based around the newly dropped Mega Latias. Let me know what you guys think about Mega Latias in the UU tier. So going into this battle, looking at the biggest threats on my opponent's side of the field, the Volt Turn Core of Scizor plus Rotom Wash was going to be absolutely annoying. Also Volcanion 100% walls my Suicune set, and then Dragon Dance Altaria could possibly sweep me late game. I'm not gonna lie, I really felt like I was not in a really good spot throughout this entire team preview. Honestly, I felt like team matchup was by far in my opponent's favor. So at the beginning of this battle, I'm already trying to win an uphill battle. So I end up leading off with my Crocodile, as he is going to be leading off with the Scizor. Turns out that he is more of a defensive Scizor, since that U-turn ended up doing below 50%, which means he's probably a bulky Defog set or a bulky Swords Dance set. Either way, both of those are going to be really annoying in this matchup. As I do get on my rocks, he ends up bringing in the Rotom. I'm going to make a very aggressive play here and expect him to predict my switch out, fearing the Will-O-Wisp or the Hydro Pump, and I'm going to stay in and go for the knockoff. As you can see there, it does end up paying off for me, as I'm able to get rid of the item on this Rotom Wash. But it turns out that he is carrying the Pain Split, which is slightly annoying because now this Rotom is going to be around longer than it really should have been. Either way though, my Serena should be a relatively safe switch into this, as I am a very speedy variant of Serena, so I will be able to outspeed the Rotom Wash here, get off a solid chunk of damage with the Trop Kick, and easy to a KO unless he goes for the Pain Split again. And this Rotom paired up with Scizor again are just a very annoying problem in this battle. Basically, going into this game, I had two win conditions: either sweeping with my Nylago late game or trying to win with my Calm Mind Store Power Mega Latias. Unfortunately though, in order for my Latias to win, I need to get rid of the Crocodile, and in order for my Nylago to win, I need to get rid of this Scizor and weaken his own Nylago as well. So that was kind of what I was trying to aim for going into this battle, while also trying to prevent myself from being swept by potential Swords Dance Scizor and a Dragon Dance Mega Altaria. So he ends up bringing in the Scizor here on the Trop Kick. As I then go for the U-turn, I'm going to go ahead and just switch directly back on now into my Crocodile. On the off chance that he did try to go for the U-turn, I could start racking up the Rocky Helmet damage. Unfortunately though, it turns out that he is Defog, which is actually kind of good and bad. It's good because now I don't have to worry about a setup variant of Scizor. It's bad because now I don't have my Stealth Rocks up on the field, and this Scizor is already a humongous pain to me, as I'm going to go for the knockoff here. He is going to make a nice play, expects that, and he's going to go for the Roost. I guess I could have gone potentially for the Rocks, but I thought getting rid of the Scizor's item was going to be a lot more beneficial to me, as he's going to end up switching out this turn, as I do end up making the safe play and going for the Earthquake. I guess I should have really gone for the Stealth Rocks here. Like, being able to get up rocks again would have been really nice, especially if I was able to keep up offensive momentum. Either way though, I cannot afford to stay in against this Mega Altaria because I have nothing to hit it with. So I'm going to switch into my best bet in taking it on potentially 1v1, and that is my Sylveon, as he makes an excellent double switch here into his Mega Scizor. I know I can take one hit because I am very positive that he is a defensive Scizor without any physical attack EVs. So as you can see there, Bullet Punch is not going to be able to 2x KO me, which is really nice. As I go for the Wish, I'm just going to make an aggressive play here and go for the Hyper Voice on the off chance that he either wanted to go for the U-turn or he wanted to go ahead and switch out, as he does here. I will be able to get off a decent little 10% on the incoming Nilago, which is really good because again, weakening this Nilago or getting rid of this Nilago along with the Scizor will allow for my Scarf Nilago to come in and potentially win late game. So any damage I can get off on his Nilago is really good for me, as I'm going to make a safe switch into my Latias here. He does actually end up going for the grass, not expecting my Suicune to come in. Unfortunately, my Suicune is a mono attacking Vincoon, and I cannot touch the Volcanion, and I really don't want to give Volcanion a potential free switch in, so I do end up making the safe switch into my Latias here. And because realistically his only switch in to my Latias is the Scizor, I am going to predict him to bring it in, and I'm going to be able to catch it with the Hidden Power Fire. Unfortunately though, it does end up living on about 1 or 2% HP. Either way though, there is no way he's going to want to save this Scizor at this point, because I am not going to allow him to be able to get off a roost, so I will be able to knock it out with a second Hidden Power Fire. And now that the Scizor is gone, that is opening up my Nilago to be able to potentially sweep late game. All I have to do is weaken his Nilago and try to weaken the Crocodile a little bit more. So if you guys have been kind of keeping up, I guess I forgot to mention this, but Crocodile is also kind of something stopping my Nilago, but if I'm able to get rid of the Nilago and the Crocodile now, then my own Nilago can win. However though, if I'm able to just get rid of his Crocodile or weaken it, then my Mega Latias can win. So again, that's what I'm trying to aim for in this battle, as I switch directly into my Sylveon here on his Mega Lataria. He makes a good play, knows I'm not going to stay in, and he's going to actually end up going for the Dragon Dance here. Since I am max defense, max HP, I am guaranteed to live one return from an Adamant +1 attack Mega Altaria, as I barely fail to knock him out with the Hyper Voice. Unfortunately, Hyper Voice is not a straight OHKO on Mega Altaria from purely defensive Sylveon, so getting off that damage on Mega Altaria is really nice, because now I will be able to bring in my Nilago. Since I am Scarfed, I am guaranteed to outspeed his Mega Altaria. If he really wants to switch out, I am perfectly fine with that, because once Altaria comes back in, it should be slower than most of my team, so I will be able to prevent it from roosting or Dragon Dancing again potentially, as I get a +1 in my special attack stat. He's going to end up then bringing in his own Nilago, which I am perfectly fine with. If he does turn out to have the Hidden Power Ground, he does not one-hit KO me, so I will be able to at least get off 2 Power Gems, or as you can see, judging from that damage, I may actually be able to safely 2-hit KO him. But it turns out that he doesn't have the HP Ground, and I completely eat that Power Gem, allowing me to safely go for another one the following turn, as he's going to actually end up switching into his Crocodile. And I'm not gonna lie, I was actually really surprised by just how much damage this Power Gem ended up doing to the Crocodile. And honestly, I'm very fine with staying in here and sacking off my Nilago to this Crocodile, because again, getting rid of this Crocodile just opens up for my Mega Latias to come in and potentially win. So he's going to end up knocking me out with the knockoff. I was kind of hoping that he would maybe go for the pursuits, but either way it's fine, as I end up bringing in my own Crocodile here. I end up making a bit of a misplay, and I guess in hindsight I should have honestly just gone straight for the knockoff. Like, there was really no drawback to me going for the knockoff, but I really didn't want to risk him potentially trying to switch out Crocodile and save it for later. But as you can see, it turns out that he's Rocky Helmet, and he in return is able to knock me out with the Earthquake. However though, this means that he's not Scarfed, which means he's not faster than my Latias, so I can bring it in here and knock out his Crocodile. And at this point, his last Pokemon are the Volcanion, the Rotom Wash, and the Nilago. I'm pretty positive that either the Nilago or the Volcanion is going to be Scarfed, so I have to watch out for that. Unfortunately though, I do not want to risk this Rotom Wash potentially having the Toxic, because if he Toxics my Mega Latias, then I can easily lose this battle. So I'm going to make an aggressive switch directly into my Serena here, as he actually ends up going for the Pain Split, which automatically confirms to me that he does not have the Toxic, which means my Latias will be able to set up all over this if for some reason my Serena is not able to knock it out, as he's able to just barely hang on with like 2 or 3% HP. He is then going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. This is fine though, because even though I am burned, a U-turn should still be able to knock out this Rotom. Plus, U-turning here covers him potentially wanting to switch out, which, funny enough, he actually does end up switching out. Honestly, I thought he would just sack off the Rotom Wash. Either way, though, this is fine, because I will be able to U-turn directly on now into my Mega Latias against this Nilago. And if this does turn out to be a Choice Scarf Nilago, then I am going to go ahead and just go for the Roost this turn, because I believe Power Gem or Sludge Wave, whichever one is the stronger of the two, actually has a slight chance to 2-hit KO me at about 250 HP if I remember the calc correctly. So roosting there was by far my best play, I thought, as he actually turns out to not be Scarfed, but he does turn out to be Z-Move, and he is going to end up going for the acidic, I always say acidic, but he is going to end up going for the acid downpour. Thankfully though, because Latias is very, very bulky, Mega Latias, sorry, is very, very bulky, then I will be able to completely chew this hit, and then the following turn, I can safely go for a Calm Mind, putting me out of range of where a Sludge Wave or a Power Gem or potential Sludge Bomb being weaker than Sludge Wave, but either way, he shouldn't be able to knock me out with any one move after I go for the Calm Mind. As it turns out that he's got the Sludge Wave, this is kind of good for me because this means he only has a 10% chance to poison me as opposed to a 30% chance. So I will be able to take this turn to go for the Roost and get out of range of where I will be anywhere near close to being 2-hit KO'd, and then I can maybe go for another Calm Mind or go for a Roost or just knock him out with the stored power. Unfortunately, as you saw there, he ends up getting a crit on me, and that did kind of deter me because knowing my luck, if I try to set up again, he's probably going to crit me one more time, and that could be really bad for me if he does turn out to have a Scarf Volcanion and he puts me low enough, then he may be able to revenge kill me. So I decided to just be aggressive here, and I knock him out with the stored power. In hindsight, I really should have gone for the second Calm Mind because a +2 special attack and +2 spadef, the power of stored power, is strong enough to OHKO a just specially offensive Volcanion. So scouting out to see if he was Scarfed or not, I decided to go for the Roost, but it turns out that he's not Scarfed, but he has Substitute. And this is actually kind of worrisome because the fact that he went for Substitute has me thinking maybe he's like a sub-toxic set, which could actually be a little bit annoying if he has Protect, because if he's sub-toxic with Protect, this Volcanion could possibly 1v1 my Latias and still win this battle for my opponent. So I'm going to be aggressive here, go straight for the stored power, as it turns out that he does have the Toxic. And I was wondering why he didn't bring this earlier in this game. I guess in the end, it might have not really mattered too much because I probably would have just Calm Minded the first turn against this Volcanion. And as you guys will see here, there's a good chance that this Volcanion doesn't have the Protect. So it may not be able to 1v1 my Latias, and I doubt that he would have put me too low to the point where Latias still would have been able to clean up the game, basically is what I'm trying to say, even if he had brought this in earlier to try and Toxic me instead of just bringing it in now. So I will be able to break the Substitute here, and this next turn, since I am faster than the Volcanion, I should do enough damage to him to put him in range of where he cannot go for another Substitute. If not, then I may actually be able to knock him out with the stored power, which is really nice because as you can see, Toxic is starting to really rack up on me, so I will be able to live this next turn of Toxic if he does want to go for the Fire Blast, and then as I knock him out with one more stored power, I go down to the Toxic, but then his last mon is Rotom, which, if you guys remember, is at around only like 2% HP. So yeah, if he had lived the stored power there, I think I still would have been able to easily take a Fire Blast and lived the Toxic, and then on the double down, I would have just brought in my Serena to clean up the game by knocking out the Rotom Wash. So that is going to be the victory in my favor. Mega Latias really coming in clutch at the end here. Again, guys, let me know what y'all think about Mega Latias in the UU tier. Personally, I don't think it should be UU. Honestly, I haven't experimented too much with it on UU. I definitely plan to use it a lot more. I can maybe see like a suspect test coming up for it, but honestly, there are a good amount of mons in the tier that could potentially deal with Mega Latias, although I guess certain sets could just be tailor-made to a team to be able to take out whatever counters it may have issues with. Regardless, though, I do expect it to maybe be suspect tested in the future. Either way, though, hopefully y'all did enjoy the video. Make sure to hammer arm that like button down below. With that being said, I'll see y'all tomorrow. So, later, everybody.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in the knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping. For real.